Not absolutely. We haven't settled the quarterback. We're going to let them compete through tomorrow night in our final scrimmage, basically with the older guys, and then we'll kind of see from there. We've got a great idea of what we want to do, but we're going to let them continue to battle it out a little bit. And both Eric and Sean have both done a great job of battling, competing, and I think competition is a great thing for them. Well, we're going to get our ones a lot of reps in that game. Last Saturday, we got them basically between 50 to 60 plays, which we needed to do to get into a game condition. What we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to put them even a little bit more intense situation. It'll probably still be in that 50 to 60 play range, but we're going to give them even a little less break that the ones will have so that they've got to continue to play even when they're tired. We want to get them fatigued. We want them to execute sharp. We're looking for great execution is really what we're looking at. And then obviously we're looking to get out of there without any injuries. But at the same time, we want to be game ready. We're going to do a couple special teams things, a little bit more, again, just review, more on air tomorrow night, but we're going to continue to work some of the special team situations throughout the next week where it's going to be a live situation on those. You know, we've been addressing the penalty situation in several ways. Number one, we've just really been emphasizing the discipline to the guys. They got to take care of their own business, and we've been much better at that. You know, the alignments, the jumping off sides, the situation as far as basically the false starts, those are things we totally control. But then the other thing is we've had RMAC officials in each of our first two scrimmages where we've had them calling things very, very tight, just so our guys are getting used to playing a game that's going to be called really, really tight. And then after each scrimmage, we've had them address our players on any other issues or concerns. So it's not like our players aren't aware of it. It's a standpoint that they are very well aware of it. And so far, they've done a very good job. Now, what happens and translates when you get in that first game is always a little bit different, but we definitely want to eliminate and reduce a lot of those penalties that we've had in the past. Defensively, our guys are playing really, really well. They're starting to understand Coach Patton's system. They're flying to the football. But I think one of the big things that's happening is this year we're also more physically strong up front. And part of that, getting William Milo back. I mean, last year we were just kind of lighting the pants up front there. You know, Milo's a guy that's 300 pounds, and I mean, he is a strong, physical young man up there. He gives us some great tenacity. Honestly, I think between William and I think the young man at Compton, young man out of Pueblo, those are the two best nose guards in the conference. So that also helps us offensively, having to block him every day. But I think with him up front there, that helps strengthens our front. Obviously, you've got young linebackers that are coming back with a lot of experience. Tommy Sager, Carlos Avilas, you know, those guys now, they've been in game situations. They understand things that are going on. And then the other thing is even in particular in the secondary, Tony White, Salim Cleghorn, those safeties really help us. They both got great athletic ability. They're both good tacklers. They're good cover guys. And then obviously at the corners, you know, Dustin Rivas is coming back. Dustin's playing phenomenal. And then Jackson Burrell has really stepped up. And right now, I think Jackson would probably start for us the other corner. George Manning gives us some depth over there. So we've got guys that have game experience that in every position really that I think are going to help us. And then up front, you've still got a couple of the other guys, Blake Nelson, Taylor Schultz, Jeremy Aquino. Those guys played a bunch for us last year, and I think that having William in the middle really helps them have even a little bit more freedom to make plays on the edges. A new offensive and a new defensive coordinator, you know, and so we don't really have any true game film on them. Now we've got last year's game for sure, but again, they've got a different coordinator and on both sides of the ball. I know that looking at their roster, they brought in some very good and big physical junior college players. I think they'll be similar to some of the stuff that they've done in the past. Their defense coordinator comes in from Humboldt. We played them basically about 4 years ago, so we got a little bit of that film from 4 years ago when we played them. So we've got a general idea, and we're trying to put together kind of a combination of those things. And then their offense coordinator had been at Dixie High School, and one really was tremendously successful there. And so I think that I think he did a lot of the same things that they were doing last year. So we have an idea, but they're going to be a very well coached football team. They're going to be a big physical football team, and they're a team that we have to play very well coming right out of the gate.